Have you ever stopped to ask yourself what beliefs about being a strong nurse are actually keeping you from caring for yourself? We're going to discuss it in our episode today. The truth about strength, why carrying it all is breaking you down. Listen, welcome to The Break Room, your weekly video series for Black women nurses who want to go from perpetual self-sacrifice to prioritizing self-care. And I am your host, Deetra Dennis, the self-care coach for nurses. This is a place for nurses who value, own, and invest in the full circle well-being of their most valuable patient, themselves. If that sounds like you, let's chat it up. And also, I want to say, if I know my heart is especially for the Black woman nurse, but everyone is welcome here to pause, reflect, and be nourished. So again, let's get into the episode for today. So going back to the question, what are your beliefs about being a strong nurse? Share it in the chat. I know this is a replay, but still, I love to chat it up with you. This is our girl talk, if you will, so that we can have conversation together. It's not a monologue, it's a dialogue, okay? So share in the chat. So again, getting back to the truth about strength and why carrying it all is breaking you down, me down, all of us down, okay? And so as Black women nurses, many of us have been taught, be it directly or indirectly, that showing strength equals silence. Have you heard that before? Or have you felt that? You may have observed it. It may not have been taught to you directly, but have you observed that? Well, and then, we get the part of saying we have to just push through, sacrifice more, and do it all without complaint. And then this is what we are saying or considering being the strong nurse. So allow me, if I look off to the side, I'm looking at my notes because, I like to come here prepared for you. So here is the truth. The myth of being the strong nurse is costing us our health and our humanity. And research shows that constantly suppressing stress and emotions doesn't just weigh on our minds, it also weighs on our bodies. And we can tell that, with so many nurses having chronic conditions or the muscle pain, things of that nature. Yeah, all of that weighs heavy on us. And also a study in health psychology found that women who reported high levels of emotional suppression had higher blood pressure and poor sleep quality. Does any of that sound familiar? No judgment here. We're just highlighting, what happens when we are the strong nurse and carrying it all. Okay. So again, this is our self-care safe space, right? So no judgment over here. Now, here's another research that came out in that in nursing, more than 60% of nurses report feeling emotionally exhausted, and that exhaustion leads to higher turnover and lower patient safety. And none of that, we don't want any of that. We want to change that narrative. So what if I told you that strength doesn't have to mean carrying it all? It means unlearning the belief that you have to be strong, unlearning that. And so let's talk about what true strength looks like. So first, letting go of guilt when you say no, and knowing that no is a complete sentence and no additional explanation is needed. Can we agree? Nod with me on that. We can agree on that. So letting go of guilt when you say no. Number 2, releasing the need to be everything to everybody. Listen, you don't have to wear your cape 24/7. And this is something that I talk about in my new masterclass, From Superwoman to Self-Care, reclaiming your power as a Black woman nurse. So, if that rings true for you, that hey, you want to transition from being Superwoman 24/7, the link for the masterclass is below. So again, number 2, releasing the need to be everything to everybody. Lastly, redefining strength. Can we just do that together? Redefining strength as the ability to ask for help, to rest, and to prioritize your well-being. So again, I'm going to name those 3 again. Number 1, letting go of guilt when you say no. Number 2, releasing the need to be everything to everybody. And number 3, redefining strength as the ability to ask for help, to rest, and to prioritize your well-being. That, my sister, is not weakness. That is wisdom. And it is also choosing longevity over burnout. So if any of this is hitting home with you, I want to personally invite you again to enroll in the free masterclass, From Superwoman to Self-Care, reclaiming your power as a Black woman nurse, because self-care is how you take your power back. And it is a 1-hour continuing education course. So you'll receive 1 CEU. And how about being able to receive the CEU on something that can transform your life forever? So again, I invite you to sign up or enroll into that course, and the link is below under the video. And let's see, what's the last thing? Oh, I always like to end it with a quote. And I also want to remind you to like the video, subscribe, and share with another nurse who you feel this would resonate with them. Caring is sharing. Sharing is caring. How about that? So our quote for today: asking for help is the ultimate display of strength. So until our next episode, I wish you a week of self-care and unlearning what the strength is and redefining it as asking for help. So again, our quote is, asking for help is the ultimate display of strength.